Hello and welcome back. So today what we are going to be working on is we are going to get ourselves a smeltery built. So you can see Newt's running around. We're kind of downstairs. He's been working on some walls down there, so we'll go down and take a look at that in a little bit. We have to do a little bit of talking about layout first. Lost my train of thought entirely. Okay, smeltery. So what we want to do is we want to get the smeltery built. Before we're going to do that, we have to decide where it's going to go. So that's kind of our list, is where it's going to go. Then we're going to build it. I did figure out figure out what to use the presser for. If you put soybeans in here, you get soy milk. Put soy milk in here, you get silken tofu. Put silken tofu back in here, and you get firm tofu, which is a replacement for meat in most of Pam's Harvest Crafts recipes, which is awesome because I can grow soybeans. It's really hard to grow cows, especially when they're way over there in the swamp next to all the things that try and chew on you when you get there. Trying to think what else. I got some abyssal realm shards, something like that. It's the thing that you can use to go to the abyssal realm. So that's also on the docket for some time in the future, probably an episode or so from now, because both of us we're the type of people when we play games that we tend to build up and then start steamrolling things, so we're not running through flailing around madly screaming and getting killed all the time. So that's kind of where we're going with that. So we want to get a little bit more of a power-based build before we start stepping into the other dimensions, in the hopes that we're not just going to get flattened by them, because from what I've seen of them, most of them are not happy places. You don't really want to go there for a vacation type thing. So this thing's almost done. I'm going to put some more beans in it. There we go. Alright, put this away, and this away, and then the other thing, where is it? This. I found light blue flowers, orange flowers, and yellow flowers, so we can make day blooms now. So that's also on the list. I'm keeping a little kind of a tally of what I want to do. Today I want to definitely get the smeltery done, so that's going to be our project. As far as next episode, that's probably going to be day bloom, because I want to get some mana generation going, because there are a few things that require mana diamonds. So that's kind of a thing that's moving there. So I got my little list next to me. I'm trying to keep track of things so I don't keep forgetting like I was in the Infinity series. So we're going to kind of work from there. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go meet up with Newt back in TeamSpeak again and go and decide how we're going to do the layout for the smeltery, where the entrance to the base is going to be, because we carved out a pretty large area down there. Not large tall, but large as far as expanse. So once we get that all figured out, I will be back. So we had another run-in with the Teemo bomb carrier thing. We managed to kill him before he did too much damage. This kind of leads into a discussion me and Newt have been having about turning off mob griefing. Because that little bugger, he had like 100 hit points and he did some damage before we managed to kill him. So I think that may be the route we go with turning off the mob griefing, since that's really the only thing it would affect. But what we're doing right now is trying to lay out the where we want the smeltery to go, because that's what we're going to build next. So once we get that figured out, I'll be back. So I don't know what this thing is. I got distracted because a bloodhug came out, so I came out to see if I could get my hunter level up a little bit. But he's taken probably 10 plus arrows now, and he's not dead yet. So I'm kind of curious to see if he dies, and if he dies, does he drop anything interesting? I'm curious if I'm going to run out of arrows before I kill him. With my luck, he's not actually taking damage. Oh, let's get back here. Gotta keep an eye out for all the other things that are coming out after me right now. Oh, I need to get closer. I can't even tell if I'm hurting him. Okay, what are you? King Charger. Okay. Makes sense with the crown. Okay. These are the things I was looking for. Oh, go figure. Oh, this is not good. I'm out of ammo for everything. Things are about to get interesting. Alright. Well, I was hoping to kill him, but I don't think it's gonna work. Oh no, he's almost dead. Cool, come back here. A few more times. As long as that skeleton doesn't notice us, we're fine. How much has he got left? 8. Come back here. There he goes. coins. Alright, well, this is gonna sting. Come on. Headless skeleton. That explains why he was never shooting me. Well, these guys aren't exactly the brightest strands in the box, are they? Although, I'm the one in the tree, so, you know, maybe they are. Alright, well, I'm going to see if I can get those cold coins, and I'm going to get back in there and working with Newt, and we'll see what's going on. We've kind of got it figured out. I think the smelter is probably going to go right there. I'll get you the inside view shortly. He's inside working on his part of the decoration, so we'll see how that turns out. But I'm going to hopefully get back in alive, and then I'll be back. And we're back. Alright, so we've kind of got the basics figured out. Get my tofu cooking there. So what we're going to do, let's just drop down here really quick and see if my frame rate holds up. Something is causing some weird lag. I'm not sure what's doing it. Don't mind that. This is where we're going to put the smeltery. So we settled on a 7x7 with 3 blocks in between. Pretty similar to what we did in the Infinity set, but we went with bigger rooms because 5x5 was kind of tiny. This pattern is just in the floor, so I can remember that that's the way to the current base. The down there will be our entrance into the base, so we'll eventually do something down there, not sure what. But the smeltery is going to go here. It's going to take up this entire wall. More than likely I'll probably put the tank in this corner and probably the controller right here in the middle. So first thing we need to do is see if it'll let us do this. And I did set the, as you can see right there, I did set the game rule to disable mob griefing. After the second bomb carrier incident, we decided it wasn't worth having something punch a hole right through our base when you couldn't really stop them. Is it not going to let me sleep? Oh, they don't have Morpheus in this, so it won't kick over the sleep. Oh well, I guess we'll just do that later. Alright, we need smeltery bricks. Smeltery bricks are made up of clay, some sand, and some gravel, because we need the grout that we can cook into our smeltery bricks. So we'll start that. It's going to go really slow. I want it to go faster. There we go. These production speed multipliers can be used in furnace or crafting, so that works out pretty good. I did set up, you can kind of see here if I click on this, the bottom side is set to output for the furnace module, but not, we just click that, we'll do the same thing for this one. So now it'll start draining them out through the hopper into that chest down there. And I did make a couple of these bricks because I needed them to make this thing. So I have made a couple of them already. Let's grab these, and here. This input queue upgrade was kind of neat. Let's see if we can see the recipe real quick. So input, there it is, input queue. So pretty straightforward to make, just a plate, some iron, some wood. But what it does is every one of them you have, it has an extra little spot right here for you, which is kind of nice. Let's leave that one in case we can find more sand and gravel later. Move our production speed upgrades down there so this thing cooks through a little faster. And that'll start getting us our bricks, which is what we really want. So we'll grab those since we got a few of them. Now what we need, so for a smeltery, more critters. First thing we want is the controller, so that's a square. So we'll do that real quick just so we can give me that back. Get that done. So that's our smeltery controller. We're going to need, we'll need at least one drain to start with. So we need our drain. We're also going to need a little spout to go with that. We will need a casting table to go with the drain and the little spout, faucet. We're also going to need a tank. So I've always gone with a seared tank. I don't know if there's a difference, like if you could, one of those can act as a tank as well. But we'll just go with this. So I need a piece of glass. Oh, lucky. Got one. Having to go out and hunt down sand right now in the middle of the night when I can't sleep would be a little rough. So there's our tank. And how are we doing for values in here? Okay, good. Now we need brick. Lots of brick. We don't have that much in the way of brick right now since the grout is still cooking. What we can do though is once we get the smeltery online, we can start cooking and melting stone. You can then cook the stone down into an ingot, and you get these seared bricks out of it, which is really nice. Okay, so the wildlife is going to be a pain. You can see here we did slab the floor. That's how come the lighting doesn't have to be perfect in here, because there's nothing that's going to spawn. So we'll get this done. And then let's put our controller in. Now, assuming I understand the changes correctly, and I have no idea when they change this, as long as the tank and this controller are on the same level, it should work. So then we're going to let's put one of our drains right here. Put a little faucet on it. Get our table. It's going to look a little weird, but actually let's do this. And it won't look quite so odd. There. So now we'll need to make a cast to go in there for ingots more than likely. So now we're going to need at least 4 more of the blocks to complete this wall, and then enough that we can at least go out 1 block and over to get it started, because it doesn't have to be massive right now, although it will be. I want this thing to be able to hold at least 2 stacks of material, so it's going to need to be pretty good sized, and I do want it to extend up out, and then what I'll do is shape the earth around it so it's kind of coming up out of the hill. So right now 60, maybe left, nope, we're out. Okay, that gives us 15. Not sure that's going to be enough. I may have to do a little more. Either that or just make a small smelter and start cooking some stone right now. So let's get these in place. And here. Let's go outside, play with the locals for a minute. Oh, we got one of the annoying little buggers up there. Where is he? Okay, there's a headless skeleton. Gonna come play with me? Apparently he is. Come on. They have a lot of hit points. Get him killed real quick, and then we're gonna do something else. Let's do this real quick here. Let's grab... I don't have any sticks. Ooh, brick. Perfect. Okay, this is what I was talking about earlier. Abyss Realm Stone. This is the thing what we'd have to use to get into the next realm. I don't know the progression. I want to look up which realms they think you should go into first. Because some of them are, I think Vicious is saying it lately. Alright, let's take subs. I already had some. Some of this limonite. Not the feathers. And a sword. So this one has a plus 10 attack power. This one only does like 4 damage right now. Which makes a significant difference when something's, you know, chewing on you. So let's put this away. See if we can't get some of the locals cleared out of here. And now I get Monster Hunter. Okay, there's a Lotto Man. This guy, assuming, is that who he is? These NPCs are nuts. They're all over the place. Yeah, if you give him coins. I bought one of these earlier just to see what it is, and it says if when you use it, you get gems, but I can't figure out how to use it. What's that doing here? You can see one of our ceiling sections. We got chargers over there. Creeper. Okay, so this is where we're building. Let's see. So we don't need it to be a perfect square. We just need it to be enclosed. So we'll take this one out and there. We can have it. Oh, we did. Perfect. away. Bugging me. I'm intentionally gonna... Oh, we don't have enough. We need 7 more. Because we have to be able to line the bottom as well. I knew there was something we were missing here. Alright, I'm going to go grab some more gravel and sand because I'm going to have to go do some diving to get it because I pulled it from underwater down there. There's one of those death hippos. So once I get that, I'll come back, get some more bricks made, and once I get the rest of it laid in there, I'll be back, and then we'll see if we can get some lava into that thing and get some metal melting. So I'll be back. Alright, so we've got 7 more seared bricks. But now the smeltery is going to need fuel, so we need to make some fuel. We don't have barrels or anything fancy like that in here. I think as far as I was able to find, although there might be something else, the only thing we have are open block tanks, which, you know, they're not bad. I mean, better than nothing. So what we'll do here is we're going to go down and get ourselves some lava for the tank, which means we need to go down to the basement. Hopefully not get jumped by anything. We had to start putting bulkheads everywhere in the base when you're starting to move your tunnels, because you'll start walking down a tunnel, and like I've got some down here that go off 100 so blocks, and I think north. Yeah, they go off north, and by the time you get down a way, it's like, well, you can see them. They're already right there. We got those are the mother void walkers or something like that. All right, we need lava before I see something else shiny again. Alright, so we're going to put our tanks here and just start filling and just see how we go. And these things will only hold 16 buckets, so it shouldn't take that long. As long as nothing shows up and knocks me into the lava, we should be okay. Come on, where are you? It's hard to... You'd think lava would be a little easier to find. I mean, it's kind of glowy and burny, so you'd think it would stand out. And how are we doing? We're at... Okay, so we got... it's 16 tanks each. Okay, so we got another 15 buckets. 16 buckets each, not 16 tanks. And then when we break them, they'll just turn into individual blocks full of, 16,000 millibuckets each. So that's good. Let's finish this off, get up there and get some into the smeltery. Toss some cobble in there. Actually, the first thing we'll need to do is toss 2 bars of gold in there so we can get ourselves a cast. Because we need to get one of the, we need to get an ingot cast. Otherwise we won't be able to make anything. Am I full? Yes. And one more bucket for luck. Bucket. Let's put our gravel back. Oh man, maybe jump out of my skin. It's full of moments like that. Come down these ladders and a charger slams into you and knocks you off the ladder and you fall down this little torch side there. That gets your attention really quick, but luckily I'm still sitting at only 5 deaths. Although he's only got 2. I'd have to find... See? Just got hit. There's a little bugger. Ow. What the? Okay, heck with that. I don't know. I get no idea where that guy's at. But let's finish what we were doing so we can say we're done. Or at least with that part. Okay. He's working on getting the rooms expanded. We're to the point where we pretty much need to start ripping out chunks of the existing base. So now we need to get under here. Shouldn't be that difficult. Okay, right there. So we'll put our smeltery blocks in here and we'll find out if I remember how to assemble one of these things, because if not, this could get interesting. Okay. That should be the last one. Oop, nope. Just get this filled back in for now, that way I don't have to worry about spiders living in the floor or something equally weird. Okay. And it's lit up, so that means it's active and valid. So now what we're going to do put that back in there before something decides to come try and get me. There. So now what the idea is, I want one of the translocators for liquid on, and I'll have like a tank embedded either behind the wall, which is a little bit sticking out here, or as maybe this entire wall, depending on how we want to do it, and just have the translocator stuck here into the tank. And what that will do is it will 3,000, 4,000, take the liquid from this tank, flow it into there, and we should be good. Put something above it. So there's that. We now have, what is that, 9, 12, 15 blocks? It's not bad. And then what we should be able to do, oh wait, no, we need to make the cast first. So I'll need an ingot and 2 gold bars. Look, oh, thought maybe you put stairs there. And he's getting the area a little crowded in here. Alright, so we need 2 gold bars, and then we'll just take an ingot of copper, it doesn't really matter what, and a bunch of that. Let's go 5. We're gonna make ourselves a hopper, burying all my chests. 2. Oh. He's probably laughing right now, trying to figure out what I'm doing while I run into a wall. Alright, get a chest. And our hopper. No, hopper. Okay. That's good enough for a start. What we'll need to do is eventually have another hopper underneath this thing and a little bit more automation set up, but we just need something to kind of get it going right now. So the first thing we're going to do is melt those. We're going to put this in here so we can make our ingot cast. I'm going to let these get melted down, and then so I can check in with him, see what he's doing. Once they're melted down, I'll be back and we'll make the cast. Okay, we got our gold melted, so we got our 2 ingots here. We got our ingot in the casting table, so we right click, fill it up, make ourselves a cast, and that's interesting. I don't remember it costing the ingot you had in there. I'm glad I used something junky and not something good. Interesting. Well, I suppose it makes sense. You did just dump molten gold on it, so we'll put that back in there, and that. So now this will slowly start melting that, turn it into the I think it's like seared stone is what it'll turn it into. Then, well, assuming Departed hasn't changed any of the configs, we should be able to pour that into the casting table and get some more of the seared bricks. Then we can slowly expand this thing out. It hasn't used that much lava yet. Kind of move it along. Now, the one thing I wish you could do with a smelter is I wish you could have multiple controllers, because you can only feed in through the controller, but you need it to kind of look in there to be able to see if you're filling up. So what I'll probably do is put some smeltery windows, maybe like here and around here, so that we can see inside of it. Then it isn't quite as necessary for us to be able to look into it. Because as it stands right now, if I put some automation to fill this thing, if it jams up, like, you know, somehow dirt starts getting dumped into this thing, because if you walk over there and you dump a block in there, I've seen before where it's actually the smelter has picked that block up since it fell into its insides, and it put it in here. Well, if that block happened to be a stack of dirt, it fills it up with dirt, and then nothing works. You have to rip your automation off so you can get to this thing. Almost. Let's do that, and I'm trapped in a hole. I need another chest, so let's go get that really quick. We don't have any automated way to click this thing, but at least then with the chest you can click it pretty quickly, at least for a start. So make one more chest. Next thing on the list once I'm done with this is once I'm done and, you know, we're moving on to the next episode, in between me and Newt have to move the chicken that I have stashed. No, he enclosed him. He's right here. Right there. I found a chicken sitting outside of our base, grabbed some seeds and lured him in here and stuck him in a hole. So I've got maybe 9 eggs now that I've collected from him. So that helps get us a little bit of an egg supply. Not a ton, but when we move him, we'll put some hoppers under him and some slabs, some hoppers, things like that. Get a little bit more automation set up, and it's not going to be anything fancy, but it will at least let us start capturing eggs when we're online. Okay, are we melted? We are. Seared stone. So we dump in there. It only takes 36 millibuckets to fill these things, but you still only have, so we've got 9, 11 blocks in there. Each piece of stone, I think, gives you 1 ingot, if I remember right. So it's not a fantastic turnaround, but they're free. You don't have to fight with them. You don't have to go out and find the materials to make the grout. You just basically have to keep sitting here and clicking. Normally, this is where I'd put a liquid transfer node on it and just start pumping. But what we need to get, so it was translocator, is one of these things. But the only thing we're missing right now is the mana diamond. So the next thing we're going to do when we come back again is to create our mana and start getting our mana pools online and get as many of those day blooms going as we can. Start to get up enough power that we can get a single mana diamond. Because once we can get to that point, we can start making the liquid translocators and the item translocators and start moving some stuff around. Makes this a little bit easier. I mean, it's not fantastic, but it's better than having to sit here and watch this thing and click. Go back. I got one more. Come back and click again. But I mean, at least it moves along. And we've got. Actually, I must have taken more than 1 stone block per ingot. Because I put 15 in there, was it? No, 14. There we go. 2 per. That would do it. So the idea, normally what I would do is put a hopper right here on this type of setup and move from there. But so we got this thing running, and so we got our smeltery going, we got our lava tanks, we got our casting basin, a little bit of minor automation going there. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So we're set with this. Like I said, between episodes we're going to get our chicken moved, and then I want to get a farm set up and get a space cleared out for Britannia. So one of those rooms will get designated for Britannia. And then once I've got that, we'll come back next episode. We'll get our flowers made, start getting our mana generation going, hopefully get ourselves a mana diamond made and make some translocators and have all sorts of fun that way. So I will be back next time, and thank you for watching.